1876, by a group of Toledo businessmen, Woodlawn Cemetery was designed in the tradition of the country's rural cemetery movement, which was first popularized in Europe in the 1830s. This movement reflects the change in American burial practices in the 19th century as attitudes of death changed from grim to sentimental. The cemetery's landscape emphasizes nature and art. Remember guys, you gotta be respectful in a cemetery. We don't walk on tombstones. We definitely don't pee on tombstones. Huh, no we do not. The Woodlawn Cemetery in Arboretum is home to over 200 migrating and resident bird species and over 130 different species of trees. The grounds are a perfect place to walk and reflect during any time of year. And there's Woodlawn, so you can kind of see how big the cemetery actually is. This is all Woodlawn. Not for the month of October, we'd be a little more spooky than normal. Uh-oh, there's a squirrel down there. Come on. And let's not walk on them.
Libby?
So, this is probably the family that Libby Glass is named after, and really, Libby Glass is really the reason Toledo
is as big as it
is what it is. Libby Glass is fairly well known. We've been to Secor Metro Park. I'm going to assume this is the family that it's named after, and look at these. 1879, 1901, 1926. Lots and lots of geese. There's a whole flock of geese down there. There's more geese directly down there. You see those geese? Amelia C., wife of Mr. Weight, 1820 to 1896. So this is old. So we have a high school named Weight High School here in Toledo. This might be the family that it's even named after. It says Chief Justice of the United States, 1874 to 1888. Morrison Remick Weight. You can start to see the leaves and the colors and the changing of the seasons is happening here in Ohio. Places to preserve. Woodlawn Cemetery is a classic example of a rural or garden cemetery that emphasizes nature and art with lush landscapes. The winding paths, lakes, gently undulating land, a rich blend of flora, and funerary architecture were specifically designed to provide sanctuary, adornment, and beauty. People to remember. So since 1876, civil leaders and dignitaries from every facet of society have been laid to rest at Woodlawn. You looking for those squirrels still? This right here is really the one I wanted to make sure we showed. This is Henry G. Newbert, veteran of the Civil War, born March 11th, 1841, died July 7th, 1900. Sherman's March to the Sea. That just really freaking cool that this still exists. Still looking for squirrels. General John W. Fuller. This is just a really neat piece of construction here. From October 1873 to April 26, 1898. And it looks like a wood log.
Their bodies that didn't come home from war.
So they just have blank marble. No, they have names on them.
Well, they said they have names on them. They just don't have the body.
There's no bodies in here.
Right.
There's just names. Names and ranking for some of them. So this is an entire little section. There's another monolith. To our soldier dead who served from 1861 to 1865. Wow. There it is, monolith and all. This one right here is 1900, and look at it. It is right here at the base of this very, very big tree that for some reason has a tag on it that says 1494.
talking about the tag, and there's actually trees in this graveyard that are record-holding trees for the state of Ohio. You know, very old.
And then over here we have an actual pyramid. John Elster Gunkel, the newsboy's friend. See a lot of names in here that are like the names of like major highways or major, like I said, schools or institutions in the city. So this is probably where their families historically were buried.